for a while. Do you still do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So I know you were doing that for a while. So just tell the people a little bit about what got you into it. How did you start in it?
It's a funny story, man, because I got introduced to fitness from being incarcerated. You know, I went to Lancaster Correctional Institution. It's like what they say, JIT camp.
Yeah, JIT, gladiator camp.
Gladiator school,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was always getting in trouble, you know, and like punishment. There's a paramilitary camp. I was always getting in trouble, and they make you wake up at like 6 a.m., 5:30 a.m. and do like push-ups, flutter kicks, and stuff like that. But
oh,
like,
so they make you do workouts.
They make you work out before anything else. So it's like
early in the morning
it's
too.
It's in you, you know what I'm saying? So it's
how long did you have to do that? How long were you in there?
I did 3 years DOC, 2 years probation. So caught 5 altogether.
Right. So but you did 3 in prison.
3 in prison.
So you had to do that. How often were you doing that?
What do you mean, like?
I'm saying like waking up.
That was a Monday through Friday thing. It was like
that was every day.
Yeah, the COs would act like they were drill instructors, you know. Right. So it was supposed to make you feel like you were in the army.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was just gonna say that sounds like military.
That's what I call it.
Just not getting paid.
Not getting paid for nothing, man. So. You know,
were you doing chain gang work, like side of the road work, you know what I mean, all that type of stuff?
My custody was a little bit too high. The guys that you see on the side of the road, they got real low custody, like, you know, minimum, less flight risk. My custody didn't drop until the last week. So I was like, nah, I'm good on the main unit, you know, I'm chilling on my bunk, you know, so just chilling. Right,
but okay, so they making you do all this workout in prison. It's crazy. I see you usually know of people who work out voluntarily because there's nothing else to do. Were you doing that as well? Yeah, I did that in jail, you know, because all the old heads, they were like, man, Jay, you going to JIT camp, you going to have to get swole, you got to get right. As soon as you get there, you know, it's going to be fighting, you got to be ready. Like, if you're listening from anywhere else, if you're not from Florida, it's a JIT camp is known if you go to prison and you're under 24, right? You go to
under 25,
JIT camps are usually kids that don't have a long period of time and they're wilding the fuck out. That's where there's a lot of fights, a lot of stuff. That's why they call it gladiator camp. This is where shit gets real, is at kid camps. When you go to camps older, like when you go to older prisons, older guys, they don't care about that. They're not trying to do that.
They
like
just
that
chilling.
Myth of dudes who are doing life and don't give a fuck is not true. Dudes who are doing life are fucking chilling. They don't want to bother nobody. At least in Florida, you know.
In Florida, that's exactly how it is. I was on Unit 2 and Unit 3 with like serial killers and rapists and stuff like that. Those guys are just playing chess and watching Days of Our Lives all day. Man, they know, like, bro, I'm finna get the chair, bro. Like, so it's just like, they just try to preach to you all day. Like, yo, if you get 10 years, jump on it, kid. Like, you like 18.
Yeah. It says, like, you going to JIT camp or gladiator camp is because you're young, and it's like, all right, you going in there, and it's...
Wow.
Nah, I heard some shit, like, first day, like, real movie shit, first day, and it's like, niggas getting beat down off the dribble. Dude told me they took his sheets, his pillow blanket, and everything, like, first day. Nigga had nothing.
It's an extremely violent place.
Shit. Yeah,
it's an extremely violent place, and it scars you mentally.
But it's crazy because you say you started your story by saying that's what got you on your path to doing personal fitness.
That's what made me fall in love with fitness, but what made me want to be a personal trainer was like a couple of weeks before my release. You know, it was my blood friend Tracy Parrish. She was like, "Hey, bro, you know, you like this fitness stuff?" Because in prison, I was writing workout programs for like everybody. Like I was bringing everybody together. Yeah, like on the where we used to work out, like it used to have like Crips, Bloods, Latin Kings, Zoes, everybody working out with me. So it's like I would bring everybody together, and it's like people would put that gang stuff to the side to like work out and like chill. And like people were like really like making friends. And like it was like, you know, people were like looking at our dorm like, man, y'all friendly over there, y'all friendly. Like what's going on over there? Y'all friendly. So I'm just like, nah, man, like you don't need to be like that, you know. Like I'm a businessman, you know. I'd rather do business with you than, you know, cut you off. So,
definitely. You know, that's the way to be.
That's what's up, man.
Tracy, he put it in my head. He was like, "Hey, bro, you should be a personal trainer when you get out because I see you like this and you got, you know, a passion for it." So I'm like, "Really, bro? You think I could do this like professionally?" Bro? He's like, "Yeah, bro, you got it." So he put it in my head. So when I got out, I went to DBCC, took the money from DBCC. I took the money from DBCC and took the online personal trainer stuff because I was on house arrest while I was going to DVCC. I was with the ankle monitor. Yo, I had the ankle monitor with the GPS, and every Tuesday having to pee and all of that, man. So, but you know, my PO, he was cool. Like I was giving him fitness tips. He would ask me, that's why he was like super lenient on me. There was so many times I should have got violated. Like I didn't understand the concept of house arrest. No, like when I got home, like I used to smoke cigarettes, so I would I had the GPS on. I would go to the store to get cigarettes. So it'd be like, Trevon, bro, like I know you're not committing no crimes. You're a good kid. Da 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 da. So you know, like. You're supposed to be home. House arrest is house arrest. I'm like, I was just getting some cigarettes. I'm like, no, you can't do that,
man. He was cool, man. The next man took so fast. Back to prison.
You lucky.
I was blessed. I was blessed all the way around. Definitely. Real blessed.
So I gotta ask.
Officer Rose, man.
So everybody, obviously, like we said, wants to get fit for the new year, right? So if you had to say which was more important, eating healthy or working out? If you had to choose one. Diet is more important.
Diet. Because you can't outrun a bad diet. Mm-hmm. You can't outrun your fork, man.
Think so?
I know so, bro. Because it's like...
Because I say that only because, like, there's people out here, like, I'll use Chad Johnson as an example, Ocho Cinco, who's known to eat fast food all the time.
Mm-hmm. He's maintaining it. But for somebody like myself that wants to lose 40...
But he just said you can't outrun it. That's my point is, I said he's physically fit. He runs a lot. He works out a lot. And that's what he says. He burns it all off. That's what a lot of guys say, that they eat what they want because they burn it off.
Yeah, so, they don't understand, like, the reason for that is because the reason why somebody could just eat whatever versus somebody who can't is he has more lean body mass. He has more muscle. And muscle requires calories. It's like... the more muscle you have on you, if you don't eat enough, it'll like start to quote unquote eat the fat, eat the excess calories and stuff like that. So it's actually muscle. It costs a lot of calories to have muscle on your frame.
Right. So you just have to eat because
you have to eat. You have to eat. Like I'm small, I have to eat a lot. You wouldn't believe how much I eat. Like I eat until I pass out every day, and I still small, you know. It takes a lot to have muscle on your frame versus fat, you know. So
a lot of people don't know, like it just becomes like a kind of like a cycle. Like if you eat bad and you work out, you're just on a circle. Like you ain't going nowhere. You're just going in a circle. So you're not getting nowhere. It's a lot. That's the wrong thing that people. My mind actually just went blank on one that. So I took it somewhere else real quick.
That's cool, man.
Not only that though, doesn't whether you eat junk food or not, okay, like you said, he eats junk food, but he works out, so he's still fit. Doesn't your body still have a negative effect on the junk food, though?
Yes, and that's something
what people don't realize also. Like, that still affects your body negatively, whether you're working it out or not.
Exactly, the insides. You know, when I was doing the bodybuilding and the fitness modeling,
I remember that.
Everybody was just like, bro, you look so good inside. But I was like, in and out of the hospital all the time. I was in and out of the hospital so much.
Clearly,
man, I was in and out of the hospital so much.
And you were much bigger.
I was bigger, bro. I was like exactly. I was like 190.
He was in like bodybuilding shape. You were in competition.
Yeah, I used to compete.
I heard a lot of stories about it, like I think it's like the third Rocky movie. Sylvester Stallone. Like remember he was like the most cut.
Yeah, he was pretty in shape.
He had like I think it was like a rumor he only had like 5% body fat or something like that. They had to take him to the hospital. It was nuts.
Nah, like my last show, man, you gotta smile through it. But like I was in a hotel room popping aspirins. My blood pressure was through the roof. I was like, I'm finna stroke out.
And at that time, you on the paleo diet at that time.
Exactly. Yeah, man, I used to preach that. That's what I'm saying.
I remember you were very big.
I used to preach paleo, low carb, keto.
Because
ketogenic.
My father now is on the keto diet. He swears by it because he's lost weight. He's diabetic.
The owner of the studio is on the keto diet right now.
Is he?
He didn't want to drink the coquito because he was like, I'm gonna go past the sugar.
Matter of fact, pass the coquito. No, real talk. I wanted to try it.
No, but for real, my stepmom went on the keto diet and she was over 200 pounds, almost 300 pounds, and she's now 190 something.
Wow. So she's lost a lot of weight.
She's lost a
I mean, I'm sure you can lose weight.
Yeah, you lose weight.
You have to be really strict on it though.
Yeah.
Like you have to go from like she went from eating like rice and freaking
and you can't eat none of that
potatoes and all that stuff like on an everyday basis to now.
You can never.
To now eating cauliflower rice 24/7. Yeah, there's like a little piece of ice there.
That's the whole cinnamon stick in there.
That's the problem with the paleo and the keto to me, because me and my girl, we've done it for so many years, and to me, I feel like it's not sustainable, and it makes you, it messes with your social life because you can't go out and have a drink. You can't go out and eat with your friends. You can't do anything.
Yeah, because if you don't have enough carbs in your body, it messes you up when you drink.
But
right?
when you do keto, you can't pass over like 20 grams of carbs, which is anything.
Carbs is like bread and pastas and stuff.
You get carbs from vegetables. You get carbs and sugar too.
A lot of carbs though.
Really? A lot of carbs.
So it's like diets like that automatically cut out a lot of nutritious foods that are good for you. So and that's why I was getting shipped to the hospital so much, because it was like all I cared about was staying 6% body fat so my abs would pop. And I'm like, oh, I can't eat this banana because it has like 30 grams of carbs, and it's like, so there's more sugar in a banana than a donut. So I'm just like, I can't, you know, it's gonna mess up my sugar and da da da. So I was not eating any fruits, not eating any vegetables, because it'll put you over your carb limit. Yeah. So you're just eating meat and cheese and stuff like that. You can't eat potatoes. You can't on the paleo diet. You can't. Paleo, but sweet potatoes, that's cool. But like not on keto.
So now you're a vegan.
Vegan. Started off vegetarian though.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And now do you now I know I do want you to talk about why you're a vegan.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You have a very interesting take on it, different than anybody that I know. Most people I know are either animal lovers, or they will push to you health. He doesn't. He doesn't need to eat. So just kind of explain to people why you are vegan.
Well, I went vegetarian first, and that was after like studying many different religions, and I'm weird. Things that things that I'm afraid of, I like study it. So it takes the power away from that. So like if you're afraid of something, we're just afraid of things we don't understand. So if I'm spooked out by something, I'm gonna read it.
Try to understand it.
That's not weird at all.
Yeah, and I mean I'm just like that. So I had to say that as a disclaimer before the next thing I say. But you know, like I was brought up Christian. So but when I went to prison, that was my first time ever being around
different
Muslims and people from all walks of life, and I'm just like, yeah, all these people are pretty cool, and I'm just like, you know, I was
running any skinheads in there?
Oh, for sure, yeah, for sure, yeah.
You sat down and talked to them?
All the time.
They actually have
all the time. They're it's not actually so bad, and most of the skinheads, and they never really had a problem with me, because they're just like, you don't act like the type of black person that I actually have a problem with. Right. You know, you're intellectual, you know, you have manners, and you know, you have respect, so you're not like one of these dreadhead guys with golds in their mouth walking around with their pants sagging down thinking they own the place. So it's just like,
it's crazy because a lot of Africans from Africa look at black Americans.
Absolutely.
The way they look at them.
Absolutely.
They feel like they're different from them. They're like, don't call me, I'm not African American, don't call me that.
African Americans will look at Africans.
Yeah, that's true.
Booty scratchers.
Talk, things like that.
That's what that is.
But yeah, all right. So you was talking about why you're vegan.
Oh yeah. My fault. You know, I go.
We do that. We do that all the time. This is known. We go off track.
But I started reading up on Islam and Wicca and Satanism and stuff like that. And one thing that I found in like the dark religions and spiritualities, when they used to summon demons and stuff like that, it's a lot of flesh eating. It's a lot of flesh eating. It's a lot of flesh eating. It's a lot of blood drinking. So it's a lot of what we like to call lower vibrational, negative activities. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. So I started lining stuff up, and then I met, started hanging out with Danny.
Yeah.
From Imani's Vegan Kitchen, my boy. The game I peep on Instagram, you know. So he saw me. I used to drink tap water. Man. He's like, bro, what you? Yeah, he's like, oh, like I used to drink 2 gallons of water at tap, and he's like, bro, you're killing yourself. You know what fluoride is? I'm like, nah. I used to be his trainer, you know. So it went from him coming to me, like asking me questions all the time, to the point where he's booking sessions and I'm asking him all the questions. Yeah. You know, so it was just like, I was just like, bro. Then we started hanging out.
Paid for it.
But I mean, that was cool too. But you know, we started hanging out afterwards. You know, it became more than just a trainer client. It was just like, okay, he's my friend, because it's somebody who is actually feeding me mentally. You know, and I value the information that he was giving me. So he put me onto the fluoride thing, and I tell you, it's like when I stopped drinking tap water, it's like my intelligence just went through the roof. It's like I became smarter overnight. Yeah. So I was just like, and he was like, yeah, that fluoride was making you dumb. And he's just, and then he was just like, I wasn't vegetarian yet. Then he was just like, yeah, and that meat you're eating, you know, it has fluoride in it, and you know, that's making you dumb too. I'm like, what? So I was just like, all right, cool.
What do you feel about chicken, like eating chicken and stuff like that?
I used to be big on chicken and stuff like that, but really before I went vegetarian, I really just got chickened out because I'm allergic to seafood, so I would just eat chicken, turkey, eggs, and stuff like that. So just got chickened out.
So you just got tired of it.
Every kind of meat, I was just like grossed out of it. No matter how she would make it, or no matter where we would eat, I would just be like, gross.
Same thing, different thing.
It was just gross.
I actually got like that for milk. So I haven't drank milk in the past probably like 3 years. Besides just going having milk, but
have you noticed your skin cleared up?
I never had a skin problem. Really.
I used to have acne bad.
Yeah.
Now today, if I've been drinking almond milk for so long that today I drink milk, I don't like the taste. Like I get like I'm like, what am I drinking? Like, it's just a funny taste to me now. I'm like this, and it's weird because when people first get on almond milk, they feel the same about almond milk.
I like almond milk. First time I tried it, I thought it was good. I like it over regular milk.
I hate it.
Cashew milk.
I give y'all props. I hate it.
Cashew
With my regular milk.
You don't like almond milk?
Well, you tried it
I
with
tried
vanilla?
almond. I tried skim. I've tried. Yeah, my mom used to buy that.
Cashew. I never had cashew milk.
Cashew milk, it's a little richer, it's a little creamier, like so.
How you milk an almond? How you get almond milk? That's my
question.
You
blend it and you add water. You know, blend it, add water.
I don't even care if that made me sound stupid. That's
no. I didn't. No. I never knew until you know. Imani's Vegan Kitchen, you know, they make a lot of their own condiments. So I didn't know until I started hanging around and peeping stuff. I'm just like, you know, I'll be like, oh, that's how you make that, you know, because I ain't want to ask that either, you know. I'm supposed to be vegan. How you make all of it, bro?
They like soak them. I think you soak them overnight.
It's a cool process.
Blend them and then I don't know,
add water,
cocoa or something like that to it.
Mix it together.
All I know is you add water.
That's why.
Put some water on that.
That's why I like that. That's why I used to watch that How It's Made show.
Oh yeah.
To show you how everything is made. Really? That's how that was.
Did you see the one about milk?
No.
Now when you make that's the reason I don't drink milk today, because that video. They have wild pus. You know, it's pus in the milk.
You just throw this milk in the computer. Now you talk about
For real.
Once you eat the fruit, you know, no pun intended, you know, but once you know, you can't unlearn. So people always ask me all the time, like 3 years, going on 3 years. Yeah, it's not hard.
I tried vegan food and I was like,
no, I'm telling you, you gotta get the right cook. You gotta try vegan takeout. That's really where you gotta try vegan takeout.
We gonna get
you know, you you have to try it. I'm telling you.
Maybe if I put like half a packet of sazon and some adobo on it, maybe it'll.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The seasonings, all you have to do is just season the vegan food like you would season meat.
Right.
And really, when you're eating the meat and all, you're eating the flavor. Because you wouldn't eat none of that meat if you didn't if you didn't put no flavor on meat. You wouldn't like meat. So really, you like the spices and the flavor. Just went in my mouth. So you like the spices and the flavor, you know. So if you master the flavor and the spices and just put it on tofu or something else, because tofu don't taste like nothing until you make it taste like
tofu,
something.
Period. We tried tofu, cooked it a few different.
What is it? Is it the texture?
Yeah, it was the texture. I didn't like it. I know it said to use it as a substitute to meat.
Yeah, I've definitely tried it too.
What I did like though was that it was the ground beef.
The beefless ground?
Yeah. That shit was good, yo.
We tastes,
made a lasagna one time. Remember that bit? We made a lasagna one time.
Like ground beef.
Over, and nobody knew that wasn't.
They would never ever know. They would never ever know.
What I like is the vegan meatballs.
Yeah, I've had those too. Those are pretty good. There are some. And it was these turkey cutlets. I think they were the Garden Star. They were called turkey cutlets. Like that tasted like chicken. It's like if you baked that real well, fried it real well, it actually tasted like a chicken strip. I was like, but they were called turkey cutlets. They were pretty good though.
So you get like better sleep and everything, right?
Way
you feel
better,
less sluggish.
Everything better. Like my life. I don't want to say your life, whatever, but I'll just I'll just be like, my life has improved. And I keep doing this. My life has improved in every way, and mentally, physically, spiritually, more in tune.
We still haven't got damn it. That's what I want you to talk about. His view on being vegan is all to do with spirituality.
Yeah,
and
man.
it's something I've never heard before.
Yeah, because like I said, we can go back to when I got incarcerated, and when I decided I wanted to go on this spiritual enlightening journey, I just woke up and I was just like, yo, I did so much. I started looking up karma and understanding what karma was, because I didn't understand that. So, and I realized a lot of the bad things that was happening to me in my life, I probably had something to do with what I did in the past, and it was coming back to spank me. So it's like, I'm like, I started looking up how to reverse karma, or how to clean up that karma. So, and one of the biggest things is stop eating meat, because that animal was killed, murdered.
I never looked at it that way.
That animal,
Think about it.
The animal
was that way. It made it make sense.
You're taking in that what happened to that animal.
You're taking in murder, death, fear, anxiety, everything that animal felt when it was murdered.
And you made a good point not too long ago. I have read that you said if you leave meat out, what type of animals?
Absolutely, absolutely. So
raccoons and rabid animals. It doesn't attract any
absolutely
looking animals.
I didn't think about that either.
Absolutely, on a metaphysical level, on a metaphysical level, I was like, I think I posted about it. I was like, yeah, man, eating meat blocks your blessings, bro. People be like, yo, what do you mean by that? When you put raw meat in the trash can and you leave it outside, it attracts dogs and bears, flesh-eating entities. So my theory is you eat meat and you let it rot and sit in your body, you attract demons and negative energy to you.
That's crazy.
So,
That you would think of it that way.
Not
many people would think of it that
that's
way.
That's why I always said I was really intrigued by that. Because most people will tell you about the animals and this and that.
It had nothing to do with the animals, nothing to really do with health at all. Like everything else was a plus. It was just spiritually, you know what I'm saying? It was I wanted to get closer to God and right a lot of the wrongs that I did, because I had my hand in a lot of stuff. So I'm just like, man, it was just really weighing on me one day. I'm just like, man, I'm really trying to change and go a different route and kind of not erase, but do better for the future, man. So
do you think you would ever eat meat again?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Ever, never.
You don't think like 5 years, 10 years down the road that you're gonna crave some type of meat?
You lost the appetite.
I mean, I don't say that. I won't say that you don't crave certain things. Like, I still crave like Chick-fil-A. So when I have a Chick-fil-A craving, I go to Publix and they got the little chicken patty, vegan chicken patty things. Tastes just like Chick-fil-A, man. So, you know.
I was just asking. I know a lot of people that have gone vegetarian, they've gone vegan, and then like a couple years down the road, they're like, "Oh, I'm eating chicken again." They'll start off by eating chicken and fish, and then a couple years later, now they're back to eating steak and pork.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people who tried to hang with us, you know, tried to hang with us, and they just couldn't hang all the way. You know,
I know somebody who
I don't
went
think I'd be able
vegan,
to.
and their health, for health reasons, but their health didn't improve, and they stopped. But I mean, I'm sure you know this too. Going vegan doesn't necessarily mean going healthy. You can be vegan and still eat very unhealthy.
Absolutely.
So even going vegan
doesn't guarantee
still you have
anything.
to eat a certain way though.
Yeah.
It's vegan is you know, it could be obviously it's a better way to eat, but it's still you have to eat a certain way when you're vegan.
Yeah, like you said earlier, all about diet overall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's your overall diet.
that's the
Because you can
main
eat
thing.
if you eat vegan burgers all day, that's really not healthy for you.
Exactly.
Processed food.
Oreos are vegan.
Yeah, Oreos are vegan.
Oreos are vegan.
Twizzlers vegan too. Like you can eat Oreos.
I don't
you
know.
can eat a
I don't like
salad all
Twizzlers.
day every day. And that's
Shout
really
out
healthy
vegan.
for you.
Shout out vegan. Oreos are vegan.
Oreos are
Go
vegan.
That's
vegan, I'm gonna eat Oreos all
Yeah,
day.
there's a lot of food people don't realize that are considered vegan. When people think, oh, I gotta go vegan, I gotta get vegan food, or I gotta eat vegan food. Like, yo, you eat rice, you eat beans, you eat oatmeal, like
Oreos. They're like
Oreos,
I remember I seen
Pringles.
this list of like foods that you don't even realize.
You don't even realize it's vegan, and you good. You know, it's
already eat
just it's just not eating animal
much of
flesh. No, it's just not eating animal
flesh.
flesh.
About being vegan is the dairy. The meat isn't hard to stop eating. It's when you realize dairy is in everything.
Everything.
That shit is in every dressing you like. I'm talking about, man, that shit is in everything. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
cheese, that shit is in everything.
And I love ice cream. I don't know if I can give up ice cream.
They got vegan ice cream.
No, there's some good vegan ice cream.
Vegan ice cream. Anything you want.
How about pizza?
You must
Vegan pizza. Anything you can ever
So you
want.
must have trouble going to like regular restaurants and stuff, like when you tell them like you're vegan, just for them to find stuff. Or
I
even
mean,
that.
we go to vegan restaurants.
Oh, okay,
So you don't even go.
Okay.
I don't even want to risk
Be
the
tempted.
chance. No, not even tempted. It's a cross contamination.
Oh,
Because
okay,
it's like
okay.
not only am I not only am I vegan, but I'm severely allergic to seafood. So I don't got time to play, man.
Yeah.
As,
So
someone, as someone who's worked in a restaurant that wasn't so cleanly,
exactly, you know,
Heard.
so
Honestly, it's pretty bad when you work. I work in the, you know what I mean? I work in doing AC refrigeration in some of these restaurants.
You get to go to behind the scenes. And
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
stuff.
once you work behind the scenes in a restaurant, you can never eat at that restaurant
Exactly.
again.
Some of them are clean though. I'm not gonna front. Some of them are very clean, but some of them motherfuckers not. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't ever eat at a Chinese food restaurant.
Oh, why you tell me that?
Man,
bro?
why
I
you
love
tell me
Chinese
that?
food.
Why you telling me that?
Chinese
It's already
food.
bad that he's telling me that meat is bad. Now you telling me no Chinese.
I'm not saying meat is
Y'all
bad.
messing up
I'm not
my
saying
whole-
meat is
y'all
bad.
messing up
you
my
know?
whole food. Like,
We're opening your eyes to things, man.
Yeah.
Now, would you consider now if somebody told you they came to you, you know, to get in shape, right? Because you're a personal trainer, I know you also would do like meal plans, right? With nutrition, and
that's
they
easy.
say they can't not eat meat.
That's
what
fine.
would you? I guess not prescribe. What's the fucking word? What would you tell
What would I write them?
Yeah,
You know,
what would you
basically like, you know, because most of the time people, they assume when they come to me for meal plans, I'm gonna write them a vegan meal plan.
I'm sure you would want to.
I'm gonna push, like what I do, I'll try to fill your plate up more so with vegetables instead of telling you like don't eat chicken. I'll be like, okay, cool, we're gonna get like 4 ounces of chicken.
Portion,
yeah,
right?
and like 2 cups of kale with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like so you know, it's I never try to tell people what they can't do.
So just cut it back as far as
I try. Yeah, if you tell somebody what they can't do, then the mind subconsciously is going to want to do it more. You know, resistance makes stronger. So it's just like. That's just naturally the kid in us, you know. So that's why I never will be like, you can't do this, because anytime I did that, they would do it. They would do it. So I'm just like, nah, you could do this, but let's try to add this on the side and let's work with me. You know, I'm trying to work with you. You know, so.
So now, speaking of the meal plans, obviously earlier you were talking about vegan takeout, right? So
vegan
that's one
takeout.
Of businesses, right?
Vegan
another reason I wanted to
takeout.
have you on the show was not only for health and fitness, but you own a few businesses, man, more than one. So it's a good thing to talk about on the show as well.
Yes.
So talk about a little bit of vegan takeout.
Vegan takeout. We make an awesome pollo guisado.
Hey, yes. What? Get out of here.
What?
I pronounced that correctly.
You definitely did.
Hey,
I'm sure you're not Dominican. You sure?
I'm Nigerian. I am Nigerian.
I'll have you know that is my favorite Spanish dish. So the fact that you have that in vegan, I'm gonna need to try it.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
I didn't even know I made that.
Exactly. Instead of chicken, we make it with soy curls, which looks exactly like chicken tasted. Just like chicken. We actually fed it to people who are strong meat eaters, and we told them afterwards, after they were eating it, that that's not even chicken. Yeah. They were like, "Oh, wow, that's good."
Yeah.
You know, so
you might have to do the same thing to me. I'll be like, nah.
That's fine. I'm telling you, once you smell it,
nah. You know what I mean? You gotta kind of not. You know what I mean? You can't really tell people what it is. I guess so.
Exactly, because they're gonna be turned off. Because it's like that's one thing we do, especially when we visit my family in California. My thing is what I do out there is I try to take the kids from like the hood and I'll bring them to like vegan places and I'll like have them, pay for their food and like have them try vegan foods, because it's just like, one thing I noticed is it's not just in California, but it's just like in lower income areas, there isn't very much nutritious foods for us to eat. It's almost like a setup.
Not easily accessible.
It's not easily accessible, and I was just like, I want to solve that problem. I want to, and it's like when we go eat at other vegan restaurants, man, we're spending like $50, $60. So it's just like, the vegan restaurants, not only are they in more affluent neighborhoods, even if, a young minority, a young black kid or Spanish kid wanted to like try to get into this lifestyle, it's going to hurt the pockets. Just going out to eat, you want to take your girl out, it's going to hurt the pockets.
And that's a big thing too with eating healthy, is the cost of it. Even though I do feel like there's always things you can offset, you know what I'm saying, as far as there's always things that you can do to accommodate. Health is important, and you should always...
Health is wealth.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, make it happen, because it's important.
If you're going out every weekend drinking...
Yo, listen, fast food is not cheap no more. You go to McDonald's right now, a meal's $10.
Yeah, facts.
Like, real talk, food is not cheap, period.
Like,
you can go
get... and they got coupons.
But I'm saying, even then, like, the dollar menu...
But not though, like, but exactly. I was about to tell you, like,
get 12 burgers.
$1, like, if you buying like a whole meal for like $1, you gotta like ask yourself, is this even real food?
Exactly.
Is this even real food? If McDonald's can afford to sell it to me for $1 and still profit, when we know it costs money to slaughter animals and all of that stuff like that, they sell it to you for $1 with the bread and cheese.
Ketchup, mustard.
I see you seen the video where they left the burger, like the McDonald's burger, out, and like for days, months, it doesn't spoil or nothing.
You put that in your body.
A McDonald's fry. You ever picked up a fry that fell in between your feet or something? That should be hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not a regular potato.
No.
It's not. A potato gonna spoil.
It didn't even lose its color. It won't even lose its color. It'll still be yellow.
Still be crispy.
Exactly. And you realize all of these companies cut all these corners just to make a profit.
It's selling this cardboard. That's what they're doing.
Exactly. And they don't care. They don't care. And it's like that's why I stress so much, especially to the younger generation, minorities especially. I want to reach the younger crowd, because they really don't know any better. And a lot of us, we just do what we've always done, or what we've grown up doing, or what we've seen our mothers or our grandmothers do. And I know, me being African American, a lot of the foods that were given to us were scrap foods, and we just learned how to dress up the scrap foods and make it taste a certain way, so make it edible.
Damn, that's real though, right? Now, think about it though. Damn, that's crazy.
But we just kept doing that.
You know, scraps that you made good as fuck.
We kept doing that. So it's crazy. Like I personally seen it within my own family. Within the last year, I lost my grandmother to lung cancer, and I lost my biological father to heart problems. So it's just like,
how old were they?
Man, my grandma was 83. My biological father was, nobody really knew how old that guy was. He would lie about his age. Rest in peace, Johnny Ray, man. But heart conditions, heart problems and stuff like that. And I didn't know I had heart problems until I was going through the bodybuilding and I was doing the keto diet and I had that little mini heart attack after work. I had to get rushed to Port Orange, and that's when I was done with the keto, because they didn't understand why my heart was acting crazy. They couldn't even read it. My blood pressure was crazy through the roof, but everything inside was clear. They're just like, I don't know what's going on. And it's just like,
that's another thing too that we gotta watch out as minorities. We like to put a little bit too much seasoning in our food.
Exactly, man.
So a lot of salt.
Dave Chappelle got a good joke about it, but it's true. It's like the number one thing that kills us.
Is you don't realize it until it hits home. Just like I said, my father.
Right.
So. But that's what I'm saying, and that's the one thing that I would, it's a little bit too late for my family, I would say, because they have that mindset. They're just like, oh man, but it tastes good, but it's just like, I'm beating them in the head with this information. I'm just
you could argue that your food tastes good as well.
Absolutely, right. But they're not trying to hear that. They're just like,
after a while, your tongue gets pretty much it gets adjusted
taste
to it. And they say it's only 3 days that your tongue remembers 21.
If you eat vegan takeout, it would be half that. It would be half that, because like I said, we are solving a problem as far as like.
So what exactly are y'all doing as far as business wise?
Man, I'm excited. It's kind of like we want to be like the Domino's for local, in the Volusia County area. So it's just like, call us up, place an order, deliver. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that's my vision. That's my dream. So
you trying to like franchise
it. You know what I'm saying?
You trying to do delivery, like have your own delivery
all
people,
that,
or like have like Uber Eats? Because I know that's the hype. I've seen every restaurant I've seen have Uber Eats delivery.
I'm gonna get in where I fit in. Honestly, that's what I do.
I've seen
however,
I've seen restaurants use all of them. I've seen them use DoorDash. I've seen them use Bites. And I've
really put me on
something.
So yeah.
I do Uber Eats on the side, like driving, so picking up food and stuff. So I see a lot of like hole in the wall restaurants that people don't really know about. That you can find on Uber Eats, and of course they get business because as soon as you get on the app, you'd be like, oh, what you want? It has it separated by what you're looking for, like whether you want Chinese or whatever the case is.
Yeah, that's really
and it'll show you like all the restaurants in that area under that category that you're looking for.
That's excellent, but it's like us at Vegan Takeout, we're everything. We're covering American foods, we're covering soul foods, we're covering all your favorite Spanish dishes, we're covering Asian dishes. We're trying to put everybody out of business, man.
You got Caribbean,
Caribbean, all that. We can do everything. We do everything.
Where is this restaurant?
Where is this? It's not a physical place.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It's not a physical place yet. That's what I'm saying. It's more so like a order out. Until
I know what you're talking about.
We gonna start off like this until we get our
so like the people like at the barbershop,
like Trap Kitchen.
It's a place.
Have you ever heard of Trap Kitchen?
Yes, in LA.
Where? Yeah, in LA. Yeah. Trap Kitchen.
Okay. Yeah, they cook at the house, and basically they literally just post on IG what they're cooking.
Yeah,
and that shit is booming.
But yeah, we're not making it. We're not cooking at the house. We're out of Beast Coast Nutrition, so in New Smyrna. So we had to get a commercial kitchen. Everything's.
I see what you're saying. To get
Yeah. We just got our license. That's why I'm like pumped up about it. I'm just real excited.
Even eventually, I know now, like food trucks are making a thing